this far. You're a few bricks short of a load. Hit the bricks! Take this! Take this! Hit the bricks! How mortifying! Your face carved in stone! I'll get you! Get bricked! Break already! Get bricked! Get bricked! Break already!